Aloha, good morning. This is Caron Daves of Caron Realty International. And today's a gorgeous day. We've had such challenging weather, like I think all over the US, but today in Hawaii, it's absolutely stunning and it's very crisp and getting that warm weather back again. And good morning, Julie. You can see Julie in the background, and we're so busy she usually steps away when I do this on a Friday morning, but today I said just keep working, we're busy. Anyway, it's interesting market times, and I'm thankful that you're here. We can talk about the statistics and what I'm seeing in the marketplace right now, because you really do need a lot of wisdom to operate in today's marketplace. So let me just share my screen here. Just share it here, and we've got the statistics going, etc. So basically what we're seeing here, of course, we're seeing the highest sold for single family condominiums, which we'll touch on. But let's touch on first the single family home sales volume. And for the luxury market, and we're taking the price range of 1.8 million and above. Between January and February this year, we saw a 200% increase in the amount of sales. We talked about that last month. But between February and March, we're only seeing sales are up about 2.7%. So we've sort of reached a plateau in the first quarter of where the sales are. They haven't tremendously gone up a lot more than between January and February, but they've stayed stable here in March. Listing to solds ratios gone down a little bit, so pricing is really important with homes right now, and otherwise you'll just sit there on the market. And price per square foot's gone up a little bit, but nothing really to speak about. If we look back a year ago, which really isn't as relevant as looking at the month prior, we have a 37% decrease in amount of sales. So it's a far different market, and I'm sure there's a lot of realtors or mortgage companies feeling that crunch a little bit, less sales, but there is a lot of activity out there still. I believe, I've been doing this now 35 years, and there's always somebody buying or selling. So it's just, we're there, and, we've got a new listing coming on here in a couple of weeks on Oahu, that'll be listed at $6 million, but 3 years ago they were asking $7.8 million with another real estate company. So I'm sure I'll get competitive bids on that home. If you're interested in a large home on Kahala Avenue, on the mountainside, just before you reach the Waialae Country Club, please let me know. I can get you in before we come on the market. We have a few more items we're doing to the home to enhance for the new buyer who will purchase that home. Let's go back to the highest sale for single family homes, and it was actually one on Kahala beachfront, and this home sold for $15 million. But interestingly enough, over the last couple of years, it started at $30 million, then came down to $23 million. I think there was one more price change, and then it was listed a little bit above $15 million and just recorded. And this was from investors from California. Of course, there's a lot of investors out there looking to buy right now, of course, since the prices have come down quite substantially. And it was 1.3 acres of land, and the house was over 9,800 square feet. I believe what that will do to the Kahala beachfront properties, definitely, I think there'll be a few houses that will start to see some adjustment in prices. Because that will set a new benchmark for oceanfront in Kahala. So again, if you're looking for oceanfront anywhere on the island, let me know, because prices are definitely adjusting, and there is a new benchmark and a great opportunity to get some oceanfront property right now. Moving on to the condominium market. Let me just pop the statistics on here. Again, not a lot of change from February, about the same amount of sales. And let me just have a look here. The percentage sold at above or asking is about 33%, and above listing actually is 66%. So, there's a lot of activity going on in the condos right now. Median price has gone up. So we're seeing the condominium market in the luxury market very, very strong. And, the highest price last month in March was Park Lane, which sold for 12.4 million. So it was one of those premium units, of course, at Park Lane. And that was sold to somebody from a businessman from New York. So we're definitely seeing mainland buyers buying our luxury properties, not seeing a lot of Japanese come back into the market, but mainly US driven luxury sales right now. And if we go to, a few more, if we go a year ago for the condominium market back in 2022, it's, again, the statistics are rather, there was not as substantial decreases, but noted that it was mainly less in the prices were higher a year ago, the amount of activity was up, but nothing has drastically changed as single family homes. So the condominium market's still relatively staying put the same right now. So, and we just had a house sale actually closed today, and it was up in Makiki Heights, and we had about 150 people look at that home, and we had about 7 offers, and I believe we sold probably about 20% above, probably 15% above asking. So if we can create that excitement and find that really great spot to price a home and have it show beautifully, we are getting top dollar. I actually had a realtor text me last week saying, I really want to know how you sold a certain home out in Napali Naveo. It was a home that we featured last year. And I said to her, you really need to know your pricing and your marketplace, who is your buyer, and also how you're going to show the home. And that's where I've gone a little off. If a homeowner has furniture already, I always say we're styling a home, not staging it, but to style the home, to bring the emotion into that house. And that's where people can see themselves living in the home. We don't clutter the house, so they can actually place their own personal belongings in the home. So hopefully there are a few tidbits of wisdom there that you can use if you're thinking about buying or selling. And moving on to Marianne's photos now. Let me move on to her photos here. I just had to change the screen. So basically, spring is in the air, and of course, this represents new life, and that is all around us at this time of the year. So you can see a mother duckling, so ducklings. We love our ducks, and of course, 2 ducklings have captivated their goings on the pond. Absolutely stunning. Swimming solo. It's just all about little ducklings this morning, and a mother duck and her many ducks rest by the pond. So, definitely take a moment and look at nature. I must admit, I was never that great at it, but now I do stop and look at nature. It's absolutely stunning. So anyway, everyone have a wonderful weekend. I hope the weather remains beautiful as it is today, and much mahalo for joining us, and we'll catch up next week.